Welcome, everybody, to the Bush and Me show. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving weekend. We missed you guys, but we're back. Big Dog, did you have a good Thanksgiving with the family?
I had a good Thanksgiving, man. The in-laws was here. If, for those who don't know, I am in an interracial relationship, so there was a casserole at my Thanksgiving.
Yes.
It's kind of always been like that for the last few years. It's okay though. I mean, it's not a bad casserole. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but we had a casserole for for her side, but I fried chicken for my side, so it just kind of equals, evens things out a little bit.
Nice blend. Unfortunately, in the Meehan household, we were all sick. Even the baby got sick. In-laws got sick. It does still happen around holidays, so guys, be safe out there. But everybody's on the mend. We're back at it. Back in these picks. We had some great games on Thanksgiving, so hopefully you guys had some time with friends, family, and football. And food, of course.
What'd you cook? What'd you cook? Before we get into it, what'd you cook?
We were sick, man. I told you we spent the day with the baby in the bedroom. On Thursday, it was the sickest the baby was. She threw up 3 times. We didn't want to get everybody else sick at that point, so we kept her in the bedroom. I did have to run around 3 o'clock in between, right before the Cowboys game started. I had to run over to my mom's with some Tupperware and a mask, and she filled me up. We had to have a little Thanksgiving, something to taste. But yeah, not a lot for us, man. Well, appreciate it. Appreciate the holidays, guys, because sometimes stuff like that happens.
Yeah, it does.
We made the best of it, though.
Well, I don't mean to rub this in your face, but I smoked my first turkey and it came out good.
I was going to ask what you did, but I didn't want to get jealous.
It's all good. I'm pretty sure you saw it on my Instagram.
I did. It looked delicious.
Thank you.
Don't have a lot of the trends this week, but I will just use this moment to give a little shout out over at Me's Money Moves, because we missed you guys last week on this platform, but Me's Money Moves kept rolling. We had our 15th winning week out of the last 18, so 15 winning weeks, only 3 losing weeks. We're up 90 units since August 1st. We were 3-1 last Sunday, 3-1 on Thanksgiving. NFL, we're 63% on the year. 5-unit max money plays. We're 4-0. We're rolling over there. Bowl season is coming up, guys. We don't just do NFL over there. So I'm going to have a bowl package out, so make sure you guys go check it out. Last year, bowl season, we were 30-11, 73%. It was crazy. It was a fun ride while we were on it.
Money.
Money moves, baby. So go check us out over at Me's Money Moves. But we are back with our picks this week here for you guys.
Yeah.
Big Dog, why don't you start us off?
Let me get it right then. I feel like it's only right. If my Saints was playing on Sunday, I would start to pick all my former teams. Not saying I'm going to pick them, because I did say last time we were on the show that I'm not just going to give them every single victory or my former teams every victory. I would love to see that, but in this week, it's Packers week again for the Bears. This time they're coming to Soldier Field. The Packers are favored by 4.5 in this game. But listen, this is a heated rivalry, and it's just, I can't go against the Bears just in this one, just because there's so much history here, and people will probably give me a hard time, but really, at the end of the day, this is a game that I hope the Bears can pull out. Such a fun game to play, and I remember my first one. We actually won that in Lambeau, so what a time, during the career. But I definitely feel that the Bears' defensive secondary could be an issue here in this game. But that's really kind of dependent on if the wide receivers for Green Bay kind of show up. They have definitely had a nice spark in this Christian Watson the last few weeks, and really kind of monitoring and seeing what the health of Aaron Rodgers is looking like, and Justin Fields on the other side. And I believe that if Justin Fields plays, he will be a factor if he does play. If you go back and look at the game, Jalen Hurts, man, they ran all over Green Bay last week, had 150-plus yards. Miles Sanders, 140-plus yards, 300-something yards against the Green Bay Packers defense. I mean, this seems like an opportunity for the run game of Chicago. I do think it's going to be a battle of the run game because Chicago's defense doesn't really do that great stopping the run either. Almost giving up 5 yards a run. It'll be a battle of the run games, but I believe that if Fields can play this game and Montgomery can get going, he played well last week. I think it's going to be up to Fields, Montgomery, and Chicago run game to keep Rodgers, if he does play, off the field. I like what he's been able to do. Talking about Justin Fields the last few weeks, now they got to go and finish a game. This is a good opportunity in this week if their horses are ready to go. If Fields doesn't play, take the Packers. But I'm going with the Bears if I didn't clarify that enough.
I was gonna say. Nice and good insight with your experience there playing in that rivalry. I know it's been a huge rivalry. I, my friend, am going to what could be arguably the game of the week. I'm going to a little town called Cincinnati, where the Chiefs are going into Cincinnati on Sunday Night Football. I'm actually taking the Bengals in this one. They're getting 2. I'm going back to an old theme of mine. That's my home dog. So Cincinnati's at home. They're getting 2 points. That's my home dog. The Chiefs have won 5 in a row. I just think this is the spot here that they're going to slip up. Cincinnati's won 3 in a row. Now, common opponent. You look at how Tennessee played the Chiefs. Played them tough. Could have won that game. Lost 20-17. Saw the Bengals play the Titans last week. Saw them play them tough. Now, stay with me here. I think this is going to be the same kind of game that the Titans played the Chiefs, but the exact opposite. Follow me?
Mm-hmm. I'm following you a little bit, just a little bit.
Exactly the same, but the complete opposite. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, a shootout, but Cincinnati's going to hang there with them. They're going to play them tough. Cincinnati's going to pull it out at the end at home. This spread is less than a field goal for a reason. Vegas wants you to take the Chiefs. We're not falling for it. Bengals are going to win this game at home. That's my home dog.
That's my home dog. Is Jamar Chase playing this week? Is he back yet?
We're going to have to wait and see. We filmed this on Wednesday, but he, my friend, would be a big factor in that.
I would say so, and I would definitely think the addition of him would make this pick for you just come alive a little bit more, but it doesn't matter.
We're not scared without it, though. They got weapons, man.
They do have weapons.
They got enough weapons.
They do have weapons, and they have a quarterback that I love to watch play. He really plays that position the right way. So, hey, man, solid pick. It's hard to bet against Mahomes in that squad, but shit, it's going to be an exciting game.
Hell yeah. What you got for our next one?
I'm going out west, baby. Listen, Dolphins at 49ers. 49ers just put it on my boys with the Saints last week. Thank goodness we didn't talk about that game because, boy, they laid an egg. They literally laid an egg. They didn't put up a single point.
Good say.
They didn't put up a single point.
They had chances.
Nah, listen, they did have chances. I mean, how many chances do you need, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many opportunities are you going to have? How many times? I don't even know if there's any foot left. They've shot themselves so many damn times. That's whatever. We're not here to talk about that Saints game. We're here to talk about the Dolphins game, and you got to love what Tua's doing. Week in and week out, when he is protected, he is playing some of the best football I've seen in a long time. First in yards per attempt, first in QBR. Accurate as hell. We all knew that. We all understood the question marks coming in for him. But it will be put to test versus this 49ers team, like I said, who did shut the Saints out last week. But no secondary has been able to stop Miami's passing attack. Like I said, when he is healthy. When he is healthy and when he is protected, it's been an issue for every single team that he's faced. 49ers secondary has honestly just been okay this year. They've been nothing special. And I believe the game will come down to this here. It's going to be Miami's offensive line versus the defensive line of the San Francisco 49ers. And to really kind of pinpoint that a little bit more, will or will not Teron Armstead, the left tackle for the Miami Dolphins, play? Will he or will he not play? He strained his pec last week. I feel like he wouldn't play this week. They said he's game to game. I don't know if they're going to risk that. If you go and look at the first game, if you go and look at the game last week that the Dolphins had, they blew the Texans out in the first half, 30-0. They came back in the second half. Teron Armstead got hurt. They didn't score another point. The Houston Texans put up 15 points. Tua did not get sacked in the first half. He ended the game with 5 sacks after Teron left. It's like he is the glue that is holding that offensive line together. You can see it. It's just like he brings. It's his presence. It's his leadership out there. I don't know what it is, but as soon as he's not playing, that offensive line is a total shell of itself, and that's really my issue. If Teron can play, I believe this is a great opportunity for the 49ers. Like I said, sacked 5 times without him. It's really exciting because it's McDaniels, it's Mostert, it's Jeff Wilson's kind of homecoming. You know, this is the team that they've all recently played for, and there's always a lot of emotions that go into these types of games, especially when you go back to the organization and you play in that stadium. It's going to be a pretty unique situation for this game. I want to go with the Dolphins. But again, I feel like I have another contingency in my pick. If Teron doesn't play, I don't see the Dolphins being able to put up the points. I don't see them being able to protect Tua if you don't have your most important piece on that offensive line. I want to take the Dolphins because the 49ers, is impressive as a win as that was last week. The Saints had opportunities to go and score. You fumble in the red zone twice. You fumble damn near on the goal line. So they have opportunities to put up points, and this Miami offense is better than the Saints offense. So I'm going to take the 49ers are favored here with 4. I'm going to take the Dolphins, but if that guy cannot play, this pick worries me.
It is 4. I think it opened north of that, 5.5 or 6.
Yeah.
The lines moved down.
Yeah.
So there's some money is coming in on the Dolphins. A lot of people are thinking the same way you are. I like that game. I think it's going to be a great game. Guys, there are tons of great games this weekend, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
There's, 15 games on the board on Sunday alone. You have one double-digit spread. That's it. And you have only 4 games that are over a touchdown. So all these games are going to be great this weekend. I think that's a good pick for you. Mm-hmm. I like what you were thinking there. For me, I'm sticking with the spreads under a field goal. It wasn't on purpose, but it all worked out that way. And I'm sticking with my home dogs. My next home dog, I'm going to Detroit. A couple of my Me's money moves, guys. Anthony, Sean, Detroit boys. I'm rolling with the Lions this week. They're playing Jacksonville, right? You're getting a good number here because Jacksonville's coming off of that big win against my Baltimore boys. But we had Jacksonville over at Me's Money Moves with the spread. We knew it was going to be close. It was a tough spot for Baltimore. So not that surprising of a win for Jacksonville. It was just a tough spot. I think the Lions are going to control the time of possession similarly to how they did on Thanksgiving. Against Buffalo. I think they're going to be very competitive here. And at the end of the day, I think they're just going to wear down Jacksonville. They're going to win this game. Could be pretty handily at the end of the day. Could be a surprising double-digit win here. I think Jacksonville's going to come in riding high. We just beat the Ravens. Who are the Lions? Bam. Lions, Dan Campbell, walk away with a win on this one. Give me the Lions, plus the 1.5 at home, because that's my home dog.
And this is just a lovely segue into my next pick. You've kind of already hit a couple of my points, so I don't really have to say it. You're right. I love this matchup. I think this is going to be a dogfight. Man, what an exciting win! To me, it was more like a little bit of a coming out party for Trevor Lawrence last week. I've seen him really kind of take some ownership in his team. I've seen him grow a little bit last week, made some big time throws, accuracy. You got to love this Jacksonville wide receiver group. Zay Jones, Marvin Jones Jr., Christian Kirk. Etienne at running back did get banged up this week, so we got to see if he plays. But Jacksonville has some pieces now. If Lawrence can continue to use what he did last week and catapult him into, getting a couple more games off. I believe this is a good opportunity for him to take leaps. But I think the Lions are just every other week we pick them. One of us picks them. They play tough, man. They're going to play you tough day in and day out. Every time they strap it up on game day, I promise you, Dan Campbell's going to have these guys emotionally and mentally ready to play this game. Physically, you see how tough they play. I think Dan Campbell, when he gets in the locker room, he understands that. The coaching staff, did they think they were going to win? They were going to beat the Bills last week. Obviously you have to be optimistic and think you're going to do that. But it's the Bills. It's one of the best teams in the league. They played them tough to the end of the game. So I loved watching that, and I think the Lions take that momentum, that toughness, the leadership of Dan Campbell. And he's going to preach that this is a game that they know they can win, and I believe that they're going to go out and they're going to win this game. This is my lock of the week. I'm taking the Lions, man. I'm taking the Lions.
Yeah, I like it. Like you said, Dan Campbell is changing the culture out there. It's not an embarrassing product on the field anymore that it used to be in Detroit. People should be proud. They're being competitive out there, and they're putting up a lot of points.
They are. They're putting up points, man. They're playing good ball. They got to finish a little bit better. They might, they're definitely missing a couple key pieces, but I don't know if Jacksonville can have that same success. Like you're saying, they're riding high. That was a nail biter. Such a gutsy call too at the end of the game to go for the 2 point. We're not going to, we're not going to play into Baltimore strengths here. So, man, give me your lock, man. What you got going?
My lock. I'm sticking with my home dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's less than a field goal again. Again, I didn't look for this stuff. It just kind of played its way out. I'm going down to the dirty though.
Ooh.
Atlanta, ATL.
Shout.
I'm taking them at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're getting a point. I think you're getting good value here off of the Steelers win on Monday night. Everybody watched Pickett and the Steelers go down and beat Indianapolis. But let's be serious. It's Indianapolis. And it's Matt Ryan, and over-the-hill Matt Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't that impressed. I thought the Steelers would win the game. I thought they should have won by more if they really wanted to impress me. And let's not forget, Atlanta started this season 5-0 against the spread. They've been competitive this year with Mariota. They've been running the ball well. Defense a little suspect, but last week they looked good against Washington. Should have won that game. Mariota came down through the interception at the end. That Washington team is way better than that Colt team we saw the Steelers beat. I think Atlanta just matches up really well here. It's going to be a smash-mouth game. Run, occasional pass. But at the end of the game, Atlanta will have more points than the Steelers. In my John Maddenism, if you want to win the game, you got to score more points. I'm taking Atlanta because that's my home dog.
Ooh, okay. Good solid pick, man. I feel like, the addition of T.J. Watt back in that defense has really sparked this Pittsburgh team. This was a team I was like, this is a team that's, they're not going to impress you the second half of the season. He comes back, he just gives them a spark. I feel like they're playing with a little bit more confidence. This is going to be an interesting game. This will be an interesting game. Personally for me, because I want to see my teams flourish, and the NFC South is a little pitiful right now. If I'm just going to just keep it 100 with you. It's a little pitiful right now, and every team is almost still in it. These last few games are really going to...
Who would have thought the NFC South would be sitting where they are, and the NFC East, or least as they used to call them, would be sitting where they are? I mean, the Giants and Washington are playing this week at 7-4 and 7-5.
Oh, that's going to be exciting,
right?
That's going to be exciting. That's going to be an exciting matchup. I didn't see what kind of shoes Heineke is going to get the guys for this past week. Black and red Jordans. There's so many different ways he can go. I'm honestly,
you're such a shoe.
I am.
You had to sneak that in.
I had to, because it's like you go black and red. I'm wondering, where are you going to go? Are you going to give me the bread 11s? Or are you going to go black and red ones? I mean, there's so many. I mean, that's for a whole separate podcast. We can get into this, but
You're about to call Washington and try to get a
I
10-year
am. I am. I'm
contract.
about to call. I'm
So you
about to
can
call
get a
Leno.
pair of shoes.
I'm about to be like Leno. I'm about to call Leno, the left tackle for the Commanders, and be like, I know you wear 15. Send your boy whatever Heineke's, whatever he's pushing, because I know he's coming with heat. It's black and red Jordans. What? Man, I know Heineke's fitting to come with it, man. What a story they got going on in Washington, man. And what if he was the starter all year? Come on.
Wentz lost a lot of those games for him.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll talk about him later.
Yeah. Yep. So there it is. There's our picks, our locks. I got Atlanta. You got the Lions. We both actually took the Lions. It doesn't happen often that we're both on the same side.
Right.
It's got to be good news, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the games this week. Like we said, there should be great. Should be some great college games too. It's championship week. We got some plays. I will give you a little teaser here. Sign up at Me's Money Moves if you want the picks. But I'm telling you right now that TCU and USC are not both winning this weekend. There's going to be a mix-up in the college football playoffs.
Hey, okay.
So come check it out.
All right, bet. I'm gonna keep you to that now. I'm excited to see if your prediction holds true. Let's go, man. Bear down, fins up. Let's go.
There you go. We'll see you guys next week.
Let's get it.